On writing a novella. A journey. 6 tips. It is a tough job to write a short story, or a novella. But, with persistence and passion to get ideas written down is amazing, an experience to cherish for life. Well, don't ask me how. Read on and learn, a thing or two. Choosing the right editor for your book. Not all editors are equal. You need to choose one who is compatible and you can work with comfortably. Analysis of the tropes in T.S. Eliot's Wasteland. This an analysis of the tropes in T.S. Eliot's Wasteland. The poem is an ignition of decadence faced by isolation, alienation and anomie of a capitalist society. The individual is caught up in a fetish of self-love, self-pity and wounded narcissisms. The individual is a wounded beast, a culturally isolated tabernacle. Analysis of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. This is an analysis of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. The novel is set upon the fictional village of Maycomb in Alabama. The major motifs that run across the novel: racial relationships between black and whites, racial pride and racial injustice. The novel describes how gender roles are stereotyped in Southern America. Analysis of The Good Earth by Pearl S. Buck. The Good Earth, which won the Nobel Prize for Literature, is a highly acclaimed work of art. It traces the life, culture, traditions and patterns of living of Chinese society. Wang Lung is the main protagonist of the novel, and the author narrates how his life changes drastically from riches to rags and then again back to riches. The novel is a historical work of fiction. Philosophies which I like. This is a collection of favorite philosophies which I like. Ideas of philosophers are represented briefly. The following are the philosophies of Plato, Hegel, Barthes, Derrida, Freud and Jung. The basic ideas are Plato's allegory, Hegel's thesis, antithesis and synthesis, Derrida's deconstruction, existentialism of Sartre and Camus, ideas of Freud, Jung and Kristeva. An analysis of Heidegger's writings. This essay is an analysis of Heidegger's writings. Heidegger examines the basic question of being, and he says that being is product of history, being and culture. From there Heidegger traces the philosophical question of the meaning of being. Let your favorite songs inspire you to write. Writer S. Block has challenged you to come up with a great idea for an article, story or poem. An analysis of the writings of Jorge Luis Borges. This an essay which is an analysis of the writings of Jorge Luis Borges. Borges is known to have developed the style of magic realism. His writings touch a fantastic element. He is fascinated by mirrors, the compass, books, space, time and infinity. This article seeks an honest appraisal of the work of Borges. The restoration of seeds. Sometimes, the better way to explain something is to write about or to speak about something else as a metaphor. The intent for the metaphor is to cause the reader to understand that the subject is symbolic, which requires the reader to ponder the meaning of the symbolism. Neutrality of the text. I have developed a new idea of binary fusion from the binary divide inherent in deconstruction. Binary fusion aims to develop textual neutrality. Binary fusion occurs in political, psychological, cultural, and philosophical realms. Post-colonial narratives about literature. This is an article about post-colonial narratives about literature. This narrative places the significance of wounded civilization, language, archetypes, beast of paradox, the gaze, and being in itself as ingredients for the post-colonial narrative. Click the link to learn more. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.